Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I don't know what happened to the chat. There it is. Okay. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is Titanium Built, where we talk about true crime. And my name is Tanya. And thank you for being here with me today. I appreciate it. Whether you're watching here live, you're just coming in, or you're watching on a replay, let me know in the chat if you're watching. I mean, say hello. And then let me know on a replay. Just, hashtag replay, or just let me know what you think about what's going on with Caleb Flynn in this case. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts because I've had a long day and it's been a crazy day. So I'll kind of let you know what happened with my day. But before we'll go through what's going on with the case, and then I'll give you my version of what happened today. So if you do appreciate the case coverage and you want to hit the like button, that'd be great. And if you guys want to subscribe to the channel, we'd love to have you. So don't forget to do all those things. Hit the bell icon. That way you're alerted to all new content that comes out, because you don't want to not see some of that stuff. So as you guys come in and get comfortable, like I said, if you wouldn't mind just taking a second, hitting the like button, it's a free way, to help the channel and to help me. So I appreciate that very, 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 very much. But if you'd like to support the channel even further, you can always do that through memberships, and which will get you access to customized emojis, members only lives. And you can do that by just hitting the money, like the $sign. Give me all your money. That's what that means. The $sign at the bottom. It should let you join from there. So we'll go ahead and we'll get into it. So if you guys are unfamiliar with Ashley Flynn's, murder, and Caleb Flynn, he's on trial, or he'll be going on trial for her case. I'll just give you a little bit of the backstory. February 16th of this year, police responded to the Flynn home in Tip City after a 911 call was placed, reporting a burglary in progress. Also, they were reporting that a shooting occurred. When officers arrived, Ashley, Caleb's wife, Ashley Flynn, she's 37, she was found dead inside their home, inside their bedroom, with apparent gunshot wounds to the head. Their two daughters were inside the home at the time of the shooting. They were physically unharmed, and they appeared to have slept through the whole thing. So Caleb initially told responders that this was a home invasion. He had all kinds of stuff ready for them. But about 3 days into the investigation, cops were like, no, get down here. We're going to arrest you. Basically, that's what happened. They called him down to the police station. They interviewed him. They interviewed him, and then they had him come back down and they arrested him then. So he's been arrested on aggravated murder, multiple murder counts, felonious assault counts, tampering with evidence, multiple of those, and multiple witness intimidation counts. So he has a lot of charges against him. So today, what happened in court is I'm going to give you what happened, and then I'm going to give you my version, because it was insanity. If anyone remembers my FOIA about this case, it's literally just like the FOIA, just like it. I swear, just like it. And you're welcome, Single Dad Gamer. And welcome in, everybody. It's good to see you guys. It's good to see everybody. Welcome on in. Hey, Ladybug. Hey, Tracy. Hey, Betsy. Hey, Miss Bree. Hey, Kitsy Cats. Hey, CJK. Hey, Laura. Hey, Lenora. Hey, Debbie. Just say hey to everybody while I'm over here. Hey, Willow. It's good to see everybody. Hey, J Bragg. Hey, Kitsy Cats. Welcome on in, everyone. And while I'm over on this screen, I'll put the membership for the channel in the chat in case anybody wants to become a member of our wonderful channel that we have here. And let me know if you guys can hear me okay when my mic's down kind of low. I don't know if it is, though. So I don't want it to be like too low for you guys. So today's hearing was different, to say the least. It officially confirmed that Caleb's trial is scheduled to begin, and this isn't me, wigging out on you or anything. It's really happening. They say April 28th, 2026, in just a few weeks. And that the court expects the trial to last about 2 weeks. That means the case is now entering its final major pre-trial phase, if that's true, if this is all true. One major thing that stood out today is the defense did not waive the speedy trial rights, which I was surprised to hear that they didn't waive, because I thought that they would, in order to get more time for the trial, waive the speedy. they usually will say, the defense will say, I need more time for discovery. We need more time. We need more time. So then they'll say, okay, they'll extend it out. But since the defense didn't do that, and this could be one of their moves this could be what they're doing, it puts the pressure kind of on the prosecution to, stay on the strict legal timeline, like to where they have to get all the evidence back. They have to get all that DNA, all the fingerprints, everything they have to gather that and have it all ready April 28th. And the defense could be like just sitting on their hands, like, yeah, we're not really going to go April 28th. We're just going to make sure that they're scrambling, right? Because sometimes, prosecutors, I know that they have enough evidence, but, they do have to send it out, get tested, things like that. And that stuff does take time. So hopefully they've been on their P's and Q's with that, which I think they have been with this case. The defense also pushed discussion of the gag order issue. They want the non-dissemination to be in place. So the next hearing, meaning the court hasn't decided, whether attorneys, investigators, or witnesses will face limits on discussing the evidence publicly. They are going to discuss that, not give you an answer, but just discuss it in the next hearing. The next hearing is April the 6th, which would have been my dad's birthday. So basically, the gag order would affect body cam releases, public evidence discussions, interviews, media access to the trial, things of that nature. But that means the next hearing could directly affect what the public sees and what jurors are selected, So prosecutors, I believe what they're working and what they're building towards is the original home invasion story, basically. The state continues to challenge the original explanation given after Ashley's death. That kind of tells prosecutors, that they believe physical evidence strongly conflicts with the first version of events. My elbow is super dry, sorry. But yeah, and I think that they're going to be doing the tampering with evidence. I think they're going to be digging into that, and also the witness intimidation charges. I'm not sure who they're referring to in those. I think they're referring to his children, but I'm not sure. In Caleb's courtroom, his demeanor today, he stayed quiet. He showed little emotion, just like we've seen him every time he's been in court. So I'm going to attend the trial for sure. So yeah, it's moving very fast. Yeah. Yeah, maybe he can't find the lawyer. The lawyer he got is pretty expensive. Like, I mean, he kind of knows a little bit what he's doing. Hey, hoodies, welcome in, everybody. I don't know. I think he kind of knows what he's doing a little bit, but I don't think that he's going to win this trial. His lawyer is like I feel like a little cocky. So let me tell you about what happened today. So I go into the court. Okay, so I set my alarm for 6:15 a.m. because I knew that I had to leave. Let me see when I had. Let me think about when I had to leave. Court was at 9. I wanted to get there by 8:30 because I'm an early bird normally. And court was at 9. I wanted to get there by 8:30. It's a 45-minute drive, like a 40-minute drive. I woke up at 7:35. Vincent woke up late too. We never wake up late. He's never woken up late like that. He hasn't woken up that late for like 7, 8 months, 9 months, 10 months. I don't even know. Long time. Actually, way longer than that. Because he had to be at work at 8 every time. He's like for years. Okay. So other than on the weekends, we both slept in. I slept in on I made it, but I'm just telling you, I slept in on my phone and my phone was vibrating. It wasn't even turned on. Someone explained to me on the iPhone, I can have my volume off and my alarm will still go off. But for some reason last night it didn't, or this morning it didn't. I don't get that. Thanks, Jay Bragg. I appreciate that. Thank you. It was actually like really shiny today. It got some sun. I was outside for a little bit. But so I wake up and I'm like, I'm freaking out, but I'm freaking out because I have I'm like ADHD. And so I'm always afraid I think this is what's ADHD about me, but it could be one of my other ailments. But I'm always afraid I'm going to forget something, or I'm like one of those people. I'm like, you know, looking through my bag 50 million times. Do I have this? Do I have this? Do I have this? Because I really, what I need is, and I have this whiteboard. I'm about to put it by the door. I need a small whiteboard or something by the door, or, you know, like a checklist, or like on the back of our closet door would be good. Like, this might help one of you guys too, like a checklist. So that way you don't forget anything, because I'm always forgetting something. Well, Vincent helped me get all my stuff ready today. He was like, just get yourself ready. I got you. And he really did. He had me, because all my stuff was kind of like together, just needed to be put in like bags. And I wore my hair in heatless curlers, thank goodness, last night. So I rushed to the courthouse. I go into the wrong courthouse at first. I thought I was going to be going into the wrong courthouse. Do you remember the lady at the foyer? She was like, he'll be over there. Yeah, her. She was right. He was over there. So I'm like hauling butt. I'm wearing like boots, like with heels, and I'm walking over to the other courthouse. I go to step into the elevator. And who do I step into the elevator with? Another YouTube creator, actually, not in a bad way, not in a bad way. It was, why did I just forget? Now I'm gonna have to look her up. Now I'm gonna look her up, because I always want to say something wrong. I always want to say J's for Justice, but that's not it. Justice Day is Z. I remembered it now. Okay, because whenever I always want to say Justice for All, and then I want to say J for Justice, but it's Justice Day is A to Z. I look, she's like, hello, and I look over and I'm like, hello, wow. Like, I recognized her right away, which was good, because, you know, sometimes when you see someone in person, on video, or, you know, I mean, they might not look the same in person, but she did. And so we were talking, and we walked up there together. So we got there on time. Everything was fine. We walk in there, and they're like, are you public or are you press, like media? And I was like, well, I just like was like, we're public, because I mean, I'm not press. To like, in order to get a press badge, you have to like be someone has to like publish your work, like somebody like pretty big. And I don't know how to get that done. We'll have to think that on another life. So we sat there, we're sitting there, and it's like 9:06. I'm looking at my clock, and I'm like, it's 9:06. That's weird. So all of a sudden, all of these camera people just walk out of the courtroom with their cameras. And I'm like, did they not tell us that the court was going on, and they just had court and that was it? Like, we missed it? Like, you know, we missed it? You're absolutely right. And we sat there until 9:28. 9:28. And we were like, surely, because there was people in this little lobby area with us, but it looked like they were there for court hearings. Like, they were sitting out there waiting for their court hearing. And I'm like, why didn't they come and get us? So as we're leaving, those two cops that were there before, they're gone. So we can't even ask them, like, what happened, you know? So we end up grabbing coffee. We're talking about the case. We come walking back to the courthouse, and we see this WHIO, which is affiliated with, I believe, CBS, and they're affiliated with WBNS 10 TV News in Columbus, which that's what I used to watch that as a little girl. And we start talking to the reporter and his news anchor. Well, then he's all of a sudden, he's like, do you guys want to talk on the news? And I'm like, well, give me a microphone, say no less, sir, say no less. But then as soon as that camera started rolling, I didn't know which way to look. I didn't know which way to turn. I didn't know if the sky was green, the sky was blue. I mean, really, I was very nervous. And he asked me what his question to me was, what brought you into this case? Like, what made you interested? If it comes out, if they do put it out, don't judge me. I don't even know what I said. I was just like blubbering. So he tells us, the camera guy, right? This is the whole thing, right? The camera guy says what they did was they were 50 minutes late. I said, what do you mean? What do you mean, sir? I said, we saw camera people leave. He's like, yeah, we didn't know that we were only allowed to have one pool camera. We knew that. We read that last night And the documents, they were only allowed to have one pool camera, one still photographer, and one for newspaper and like syndication. We knew that. I'm like, so you're meaning to tell me that we left at 9:28, and if we would have stayed until 9:30, he said at 9:30, 2 minutes, that's when they called people in. I'm like, you are kidding me right now. So we didn't even go into the courtroom. We were right beside it. We were right outside of it. We're waiting. We were waiting to go in. We see a bunch of camera guys leave. We're like, did they have the court hearing? So we wait an extra 20 minutes there just to be like, even, I think it was like even more than that. It was 25, just to like make sure we're not like losing our freaking mind. And nobody was like, the people that were in the lobby with us, you could tell they were there for court hearings. They didn't like, not to say they didn't look like press, but they didn't like have like notebooks in their hand or, you know, maybe a laptop case or something, you know what I mean, to make them look like they were there for like that. I'm just like, oh my goodness. But yeah, so we do have Michael McKee. I know exactly where I know that courthouse like the back of my hand. I know this one now like the back of my hand. Ain't nobody stopping me. Life lesson, right? Don't yes. So, and that's why I told Justice A to Z today. I said, this is just little lessons that we're learning, like especially me with me going like a lot of court hearings. These are things that I'm just learning and we're all going to be learning together. But now I got it. Like these two cases, I know exactly what courtroom. And I know for McKee's case, it's right on time. They start right on time. And I know Flynn case, them they might start 50 minutes later. I've never experienced that. Like I even heard of that. Hey, Nicole. I was like, oh my goodness, are you kidding me? Well, at least I had a coffee. Hadn't been out for a coffee date in a long time. So that was nice. That was nice. But I was like, are you kidding? So I might be on the news. You never know. You never know. I hope they put me on there, actually. I've been looking. I'm not on there yet. But he did say something about, I saw they said something about 5 o'clock. They were going to put something else on. So I don't know. If they do put it on, I'll make sure I tape it. And I you know, share it with you guys. But this is what they did put up here.
Doing a judge.
And this guy that they starts talking, not the guy in the beginning, but the guy outside the courthouse. He's the guy that we talked to today. He gave us his business card and everything. He was very kind. I forget his name because I was like nervous, but he was like, which way should I stand so your hair doesn't blow in your face? Because my hair was like, you know, it was like blowing everywhere. And I was like, that's really nice. Yeah, it was nice meeting another, you know, a creator and just, you know, and then it was nice, you know, going to the court hearing, like being able to see where it's at because their courthouse is kind of set up a little weird. So it was just, you know, some stuff's in this building over here and then stuff's in this building over here. I don't know. And I should have known it was the gray building at first, but they got me over there. They got me in the right direction. Okay, this is only 1 minute and 40 seconds long.
Just set the trial date for the man accused of killing his wife. Thanks for joining us. I'm Xavier Hershevitz. Letitia Perry's off today. Caleb Flynn was back in court this morning after being accused of shooting his wife, Ashley. His lawyers are trying to block court filings in his case from being public. News Center 7's Mike Campbell was inside that Miami County courtroom where a hearing on that motion did not happen.
That hearing did not take place. And in fact, a new date for that hearing wasn't even set today inside this courthouse. Now, the hearing for Caleb Flynn actually started about an hour late because of new court-imposed restrictions on coverage. And in the end, it lasted only about 5 minutes.
But they weren't new. The court-imposed restrictions, we read them last night. Why didn't anyone else read them last night? Because then court would have started on time and we would have all been there. Look how pretty she is, too.
A Miami County Common Pleas Court judge ruled that only...
I even knew her name. I had everything written down. When I walked up there, I was like, Judge Pratt's room, please. Like, you know, so I knew I didn't have to say, Caleb Flynn. You know what I mean? Like, I was really prepared. And they were 50 minutes late. I cannot believe that.
Only one camera would...
I'll sit there the whole day next time if I have to.
...be allowed inside the courtroom. Pool coverage demanded because of the intense attention this case has received. Caleb Flynn's lawyer referred to discussions he and the prosecuting attorney had with the judge and asked for a delay on his request to seal court records from public view.
He looks like shit. Look at him. I mean, he really does. He really does. I mean, every time we see him in court, he was turned like kind of more towards us, but right there. Every time we see him, he gets a little balder and a little paler. The jail food is not working for him. He's like this. He ain't about that life, but he is. I mean, he is now, allegedly, until until he goes to court. See the clock back there? You can even see the clock.
Prosecuting attorney had with the judge and asked for a delay on his request to seal court records from public view. The judge granted that request, but the big news is that the judge also set a trial date for this case for this April 28th, which is only 4 weeks away, since Flynn's lawyer has not waived his right to a speedy trial. Now, both sides do plan to return to court in a week for potential updates. Now, if the defense does not waive their right to a speedy trial, this all must happen very quickly to prepare for trial. Stay with us this afternoon at WHIO.com and starting at 5 right here, because I'm working to bring you even more updates on the type of things that could make that April 28th trial date a problem for one side or the other. For now, reporting in Troy, Mike Campbell, News Center 7.
I liked him. He was nice. Yeah, he was really nice. Okay, let me put me back up here for a minute. What was I looking at? Oh, so I was looking up to see if it was common for defense attorneys to ask for non-dissemination orders, and I guess it is. It's commonly used. It says in specific types of criminal cases, particularly those with that are high profile or have intense media attention. This case has media attention, but I mean, well, I think it'll only get more and more, actually, but I don't think they need a non-dissemination order. They'll wait to the last minute and waive it. Yeah, right to speedy trial. That's what I said. That's what I said to Mike today, the news guy. I said, so basically, I said, next court hearing, we're all going to show up again. And on April 6th, we're going to be in there for less time than the 5 minutes that they had the court hearing for today. And they're going to say, I said that a defense attorney is going to say he needs more time to look at discovery. And that's he's going to waive the speedy trial. And he was even like, yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, he was so nice, that Mike guy. He was literally very, very sweet. His wife's a lucky woman. Yeah, no, he was very nice. He's like, do you want me to stand over here so your hair doesn't blow in your face? And I'm like, that would be very kind of you. But I mean, I don't even know what I said to him. I was just rambling on. He had the microphone, and I was like, well, take it away. Like, if you keep it pointed at me, I'm just going to keep going. Hey, Candy. So I do hope that they, they put it up there. That would be fun to watch. So, and if they do, and we're off the live or whatever, I'll just make sure that I, post it for you guys. Now, this lady, I thought she went in there. She was in the courtroom. I think that she explains things pretty good. So I thought we'd listen to her. And then I'm going to look up and see if there's anything I've been looking to see if there's anything on the docket. I haven't seen anything though yet, as of yet.
So right now we are going to head back to the start, going back to top story number 1, Caleb Flynn, the man who stands accused of murdering his wife in their Tip City home last month. A lot has been happening with this story since we've broke it. So we're going to go now to 2 News reporter Morgan Anderson. I said earlier, she was out the door in court this morning. Mm-hmm. She's going to break down exactly what happened this morning.
I wonder if any of those people that were in the courtroom were Ashley Flynn's family members. I'm just curious.
Morgan, good morning.
I didn't
Why
recognize
was Caleb
them.
Flynn in court today?
Yeah, hey y'all, good morning. So we were in Miami County, specifically in Troy. We were in the Miami County Safety Building for Common Pleas, the pre-trial to his actual trial. So big news, we have a trial date.
Wow. Yep. That is big news.
Caveat, and I'll explain why. The trial date is set for Tuesday, April 28th of this year. And if that sounds soon, or if it doesn't sound soon, that's pretty soon. And so I say caveat to that is because I will say, I think folks seem pretty skeptical if, this will happen on the 28th. And we say that because today, the defense, specifically Caleb Flynn's attorney, Patrick Mulligan, he filed an official motion for dissemination, which, essentially the judge then ruled with that official motion that we will be coming back to court on Monday at 2 p.m. to decide when that motion will be discussed. So there's a lot that has to
2
happen.
p.m. today.
2 p.m. for next Monday.
For next Monday.
To
Okay.
discuss that motion for dissemination.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
So just setting a date. Now, let me paint the picture for you
Go
today.
ahead.
It took about 45 minutes before pretrial started. We were in the courtroom for 6 minutes.
Wow.
Yep.
Mhm.
Wait.
So it was quick. I do wonder if that trial starting on April 28th will actually happen, just because today there was still evidence for discovery that was turned over to both the prosecution and defense today. So there's a lot going on. And we
Mhm.
actually caught the defense attorney outside of the safety building. We were standing outside and we saw him chatting with presumably some of Caleb's family.
Sure.
And we asked him, I'm like, what are your thoughts on the timeline? And we didn't have our cameras rolling or anything. And he told us that it's the prosecutor's job to handle the burden of proof.
Okay.
Now, interpret that however you will, but with an April 28th trial date to be set, there's a lot that has to happen between now and then. So we're going to keep you posted if that trial happens. Of course, we're following it every step of the way. I'll be in the courtroom on Monday. But big news, we have that trial date,
Yes,
April
we do.
28th. I mean, that's what's written on the paper. So we're going to,
Mhm.
that's what we got to go with.
Yeah.
Morgan, that is big news.
Yep.
Did they give any answer or any explanation as to why the trial date is so soon? Because I mean, obviously every case is different,
Sure.
but we just read about, Herschel Kreechbaum's case,
That's true,
which
right.
happened, I don't know, it was like last summer, and there's still no trial date for that.
Right.
But this happened, last month, and now we already have a trial date for next month. So did they give any explanation as to why that's happening so soon?
No, the judge should.
I'm wondering if he's telling his lawyer, I'm innocent. I'm completely 1,000% innocent. We're going to prove it in court. I want to go for a speedy trial. Because what if he really can't take the food and stuff and he can't take the life in jail, right? And in his head, he thinks he has a shot of getting out. What if I'm just thinking, being brazen here thinking this, but what if he thinks if I take this stand, I can surely talk my way out of this? Just like he thought he could talk his way out of the 911 call without giving the CPR and all the things. Just like he thought he could talk to how many officers are in Tip City? I forget how many, but there was 12 and they were all there that he talked to. He thought he could outsmart everybody. Do you think that he might think, hey, I'm gonna outsmart them guys? I can outsmart everybody. I can outsmart a jury. He might be thinking, I only need one person to believe me. Yeah, Debbie, it didn't. I don't think it's going to go to plan from him either.
Did not give an explanation. I will say, essentially with a pretrial, it takes a lot of the things we were talking about that are spoken off the record between the defense and the prosecuting attorney, and just essentially takes conversations off the record and puts them on the record. So as for why the trial's happening so soon, no. But again, there's a lot that has to happen. So
it might not happen.
Gotcha.
I'd be
and
really
not so
curious.
many. And yeah, okay.
Understood.
Yeah, so I'm saying not because it's gonna actually happen so soon. I think it was an optimistic poll to put some probably pressure on things. And I also will add this. With cases like this, we were also talking as a newsroom, a lot of cases like this can take even years with the amount of national attention this has gotten.
Yeah.
So, again, we'll be following this every step of the way. And we'll be the first to let you know if that happens on April 28th.
Morgan,
Awesome,
thank you
Morgan, thanks.
so much for that. You really gave an in-depth breakdown. I can't wait to see what else you have at First Up for today. You did a great job.
Thanks, y'all.
Okay, turning our heads now. Listen to this.
Cat jumped down. Where'd he go? Where'd she go? Oh, there she is. My kitty cat. My out of control cat. She woke up. So that's really all I think I have. It's really a short live because there was really nothing big that happened today. Other than maybe I made the news. Oh, and I got a kitten, which she keeps wanting to step on the keyboard, so I don't know what she's gonna do. Yeah, go over to your spot. I gave her half my desk. There you go. There, she's laying down now. She just woke up from her nap. I'm thinking that he's betting on either the state not having everything together. That's what his lawyer's probably telling him. And then he's probably telling his lawyer, well, I didn't do it. I think Mulligan, I think that he can look at what's going on here and kind of see where that house is located, it's in a neighborhood within a neighborhood within a neighborhood. Like, you gotta take a few roads to get back there. And it's not something that a burglar or a person that's gonna do a home invasion, I wouldn't think that they would be like, driving down through all these with all these houses there, and they pick this one in the back of a cul-de-sac to where they're stuck. Like a cul-de-sac, there's no exit but one way. Do you know what I mean? Like, I would be afraid. Even if my car wasn't back there, I would still feel like that I was, as a person, just even a person just walking back there, I'd still feel like I was trapped back there. So we'll see. I think he truly thinks he can talk his way out of it. And so the sooner the better. Yeah, in his mind, I think so too, Brooke. I think that's what he's thinking. A little bit of that too. Like, he thinks he can talk his way out of it. I mean, he's already tried. Not very good. Maybe we can at least say, like, maybe there could be some blocked words on the stand, Like, you're not allowed to say the phrase, "Oh my God." Because if I hear him saying that. I mean, Alec Murdaugh took the stand. And I mean, look, he didn't know about the Snapchat evidence either. So I know it would, yeah. Well, they have 90 days? They'll have 90 days to prosecute him from the day that he was arrested. And so I don't know why they're making the date, because that's less than 90 days. Wait, no, February. I was thinking that would be May. I wonder why they're making it for April. Yeah, they're not going to have all the evidence back in time. But I don't think that the defense, if the state doesn't have the evidence back in time, then the defense can't see the evidence, then they'd have to continue it for that reason anyway. Like, if the state writes and says, like, hey, we're not going to have the evidence back in time, we need a continuance, they might be able to get a continuance because it's not 90 days. It has to be 90 days. Like, it has to go to trial within 90 days or something. So they might be able to get a continuance themselves. I just know that, I mean, wait, they have 90 days. That won't be 90 days. Yeah. They'll still fall within the 90 days. Yeah. I think that next Monday when we go to court, that's what's going to happen, is they're going to ask for a continuance. Someone's going to say we don't have lab work back, or they're going to say we need more time to look at the discovery on the defense's side. That's what I think is going to happen, because I don't know, like, what 90 days would be, but this happened in February 16th. So that's only a month. March 16th is the 30th. So yeah, but I'm just saying, Tracy, the 28th is not 90 days. The state has 90 days to try them. So they can ask for a continuance as long as it falls within the 90 days. The state can. If they need more time to get evidence back or something, they can ask for that. Yeah, I don't think that her mom and dad were there, Trudy. I don't think they were. I don't know, though. I guess his family was there. I could see that. I mean, I'd want my family there too if I was on trial for murder. Koberger didn't get that. I mean, they knew he was guilty. They were like, we're not coming to any of that. We're not wasting our our airline miles. I don't know what 90 days would be. I really want to know, though. I'm about to start counting the days. Yeah, I have to see. That's weird that they didn't do that. But let me see if I see anything on. Let me look the case site up real quick. So it's 4:52. If they were going to put something on there today, I think they would have already done it. See, it still says it doesn't have the new dates up yet for the, like, under their events. So they might just be taking their good old time, but it should have been before 5 o'clock. It's almost 5 o'clock here. So get shit together, everybody. Nothing on the Facebook groups. I'm about to start my own Facebook group. There's like one thing on there and that's it. Yeah. We got to get these Facebook groups popping or something. So trial date set, but their next court date is Monday at 2:00. I feel like there's something I'm supposed to do, but I don't think there is. I have a planner, but don't know where it's at. So I'll look at that later. Oh, the cat's sitting on it. I'll look at it in a little bit. I don't think there's anything going on now. Oh shit! No, he can't go to trial and end of April. No, that ain't gonna work for me. That ain't gonna work for me. Hold on, I do need my planner. Actually, I can just use my phone. I have surgery. Hold on, but wait. If I need to, I could take one day off for surgery and be fine the rest of the days. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how I'll feel, but they better give me something for the pain, I guess. I'm trying to look to see when it is because I forget. Did they? Where the hell is it? April 15th. It's not on here. I swear it was on here the other day. Let me see if it's probably in like my messages or something. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Because the lady called me. Right here. Patient pre-op instructions, but it doesn't say it on there, I don't think. But I think it's April 24th. I was just going to see if like, I don't think they said I'd be out for very long. I mean, they didn't tell me. I've had this done before, but this is different. So he was arrested February 19th. So yeah, So what they're gonna do with this surgery, instead of like taking a like chunk, I guess, of fat and injecting it into my cheek through my eye, because they can remove my eye. It's fake. This one's a fake. So they're going to do like some sort of like lipo kind of like thing where it's not really liposuction, but it's like where they suck a little bit of fat out of a tube and then they inject it in my face. It's like my own filler, she said. So I don't think I'd be out that long, like a day. So if my surgery is on the 24th, I don't see them going to trial April 28th, but if they do, I'll be okay by April 28th. May 20th is 90 days. Thank you, Tracy. Yeah, so they don't, because I was like, that's very soon. Well, I'll keep my eye on it. I'll keep making sure we keep up on it. Next court hearing is Monday for Caleb, but in April we'll finally have a court hearing, April 16th for Michael McKee, and I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to seeing him be in court again. So, see, Tenny. Well, thank you guys all for being here. I appreciate it. I'll be back on, I don't know if it'll be tonight, but if not, it'll be tomorrow sometime. So I'll see you guys all then. Have a wonderful evening if I don't see you. If I do, I'll see you in a little bit. But if not, have a wonderful evening. If you guys don't mind, take a second, hit the like button. It's a free way to, support the channel. Do it with every creator that you come across that you like their content. If you hate the content, thumbs it down. It lets us know either way what we're doing. If we're doing it good, we're doing it bad. But thank you guys all for being here. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Bye, guys. Or tonight.
Searching for greatness in a sea of the dying and shameless. A sea of the aimless. I don't want to be one of the nameless. I'ma wake up with the mindset that one day I'm gonna make it. And I don't think I'll be fine if I don't break my limitations. Don't try to stop me. I exist to write my own story. I'll make a decision if I want some peace or if I want the glory, yeah. Don't want a life that is complacent or possibly boring, just want a life that is worth every day exploring,
My whole life I just wanted someone who would notice me. My whole life I just wanted to be somebody to be. Yeah, I just wanna be great. just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, 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 yeah. This is a statement to appreciate all that is vacant. It's just for the taking. If you make up your mind, you can take it. I'm never complacent. I would work in a mansion or basement, yeah. There's no replacement for persistence. It's a patience, yeah. In this life, I wanna be soaring, to feel sun inside when it's pouring, and I'll fight till anxiety is foreign. I'm so sick of my mind's extortion. My whole life I just wanted someone who would